Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound and welcome to another destash video. This time we're going through all my stamping polishes. We're going in rainbow order, starting off with the pinks and the reds. First of all, we have this cute little bottle by Clear Jelly Stamper, and this one is number 79. And that's what this one looks like. I've tried them all out over a black swatch stick that has a bit of white on it so that I get an idea of how it is over both colours. I've done this for all of them and I'm going to be keeping this one. Next we've got this bright, almost neon pink, and this is by Born Pretty. I've got quite a few stamping polishes by them and they don't have any names on them. And that's what this one looks like stamped. It's a little bit bright. I don't think I really need this colour. I'm not doing too much stamping these days, so I think I can let this one go. Next we have this more sort of dusky pink colour. I actually prefer this sort of colour to the last one that we were looking at. That's how this one stamps. And I'm going to be holding on to this one. Next up we've got this holographic polish by Colours by Leroux, and this one is called Hey Romeo. It is actually a stamping polish, but I find that most linear holographics stamp okay anyway, and that's what this one looks like. It does stamp well, but I have got other linear holographics this colour, so I don't think I really need this one. So this one's going to be going. Next we have this red, and this one is called Pop My Berry. And this one is not a stamping polish, but it's probably the most opaque, brighter red that I have. And you can see there it does stamp quite well on the white. Doesn't really show up on the black though. And I haven't reached for this as a stamping polish, so I'm going to let this one go as well. Last of all in this category we've got this little unnamed red by Born Pretty. This one is a darker red and it is actually a stamping polish, and even although it's darker you can see how much better it shows up on the black there, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Next up we've got a yellow and the greens that I have. It took me ages to find a yellow stamping polish that actually stamps relatively well, and this one is by Colour Alike. It's called BA Lemonade, and that's what this one looks like stamped. As you can see it does come out pretty well, especially for such a pale colour. So that one is staying. Next we have a couple of Born Pretty stamping polishes, again both nameless. This one's a little bit on the lighter side, again almost neon. That's what this one looks like. It does stamp pretty well, but I don't think I need it as well as the next one, so I'm going to let this one go. So that leaves this little one by Born Pretty. It's just a little bit darker. That's how this one stamps, and it's a little bit easier to show up. So I'm going to be holding on to this. So then we're moving on to the blues and the purples. The first one is a nice pale blue, again by Born Pretty, so no name on this one. This is how this one stamps. As you can see, it does really well, and it's a very pretty colour, so I'm going to be holding on to this one. Then we have another Born Pretty. This one is just a little bit darker. Also stamps really well. I'm going to hold on to this one as well. And I thought that these two together might make a really pretty gradient stamping. Next we've got a Hit the Bottle, and this one's called Lavender Squall. And I would have bought more of this brand had I got into them earlier. It's really good quality. It stamps really well, as you can see there. And of course I'm going to be keeping this one. Next we have the first of two purples by Born Pretty, so again no name on these. So that's how this one stamps. Again, stamps really well. So I'm going to be keeping this one. Then we have this darker purple by Born Pretty. Again, stamps really well. And I'm going to hold on to this one as well. And again, I thought that these three together might make a very pretty gradient. And then last in this little colour section, we've got Fandom Echoes by Polish Me Royalty. This isn't intended to be a stamping polish, but it does stamp really nicely. And because you've got the shimmer in it, it does look really pretty, and I'm going to be keeping this one as well. Next up, we've got a couple of beigey brown colours and a couple of greys. Starting off with another one of the clear jelly stamper polishes. These ones are all really good. They stamp very well, and again, this is a brand I think I would have bought more of if I'd known about them earlier. And that's how this one stamps. It is really good. Again, especially for a light colour. So I'm going to be keeping that one. Then I have this painted polish, and this one's quite popular. It's called Stamped in Chai. And that's how this one looks, and again, really good stamping. So I'm going to be holding on to that one. Then we have this one, a lighter grey by Beauty Big Bang, and this is in the colour 009. Just a light grey, but it does a nice job of stamping. So I'm going to be holding on to that one. And last in this category, a slightly darker grey. Again, another one of those ones by Born Pretty. And that's how that one looks. So I'm going to be holding on to that one as well, at least for the moment. If I find that I have a darker grey polish that stamps well and is this sort of colour, then I will let this one go later on. I also have a number of white and black stamping polishes. These are the ones that I use the most, and I'm going to be holding on to all of these. I didn't think these were worth doing the swatch sticks for, as I'm going to be keeping them all and they're not going to show up anyway, at least over half of the swatch stick. So these ones are all staying in my collection. So last up, we've got this little collection of metallics and multichromes. First of all, we've got this really old Barry M. This one is Foil Effects in silver. It's not meant to be a stamping polish, but it's the best silver stamping polish I've ever found. That's how it looks on the swatch stick. And I'm going to be keeping this one. Then we have the same polish but in gold. Again, just called Foil Effects. And that's what this one looks like. And both of these two you can see stamp really well. So that one's staying as well. Then we have this richer gold colour. This one's slightly shimmery as well. Another Born Pretty, so doesn't have a name or number. This is what that one looks like on the swatch stick. And you can definitely see it's slightly more orangey toned, and I'm going to be keeping this one. I do use silver and gold fairly often. Then we have this more bronze toned one. This was the first clear jelly stamping polish that I bought. Good friend of mine who's a nail tech used this one and I absolutely loved it. It's number 51. That's what it looks like, really pretty. I love this one and it's staying in my collection. Last of all, we've got a couple more Born Pretty. I'm pretty sure this one was sold to me as a stamping polish. Just is called number 3. But as you can see, it's this really pretty sort of pale champagne colour with a little bit of pink in it as well. And I don't know how much you can catch it on camera there, but that shift actually does come out on the nail as well. I like this one both as a stamping polish and as a normal polish. It's a very small bottle, so I probably will use it just for stamping. Very pretty though. That one is staying. As is this final one, which is the same sort of polish, I think from the same collection, just called 02. And this one is primarily green with that lovely blue shift to it. Again, a really pretty polish in its own right, but lovely stamping as well. So I'm going to be holding on to this one too. So we've got 4 polishes leaving my collection this time. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and maybe watch some of my other destash videos if you haven't already. And I'll see you then. Bye!